tell this spare try to relax.
What? What?
Today we're going to remove the front bumper off the Mustang. We'll reveal most of the damage that happened during the accident and see what it's going to take to get this thing back on the road. Stick around. Right now Griff is taking out all these little push pins.
Don't lose them, Sam.
Sam, what are you working on?
Holding the pins.
She's my little helper today.
Holding the pins.
Holding the pins.
Oh,
I'm doing a good job of it.
you're fired. You are fired. All right, so just at first glance, this upper radiator support looks to be okay. And that's not really tight. This one over here on the headlight is missing. So right now Griff's removing the top headlight bolt. This one right here was missing, but we found it right here. And it doesn't want to thread into the hole. So we're going to take that other bolt off and see if it's the threads or the bolt.
Exactly how far that one went.
Okay, so it must be the 5.5. We will have to address that. How many bolts does it take on that side?
On this side, just the one.
How many is it provisioned for?
I only see
Is that the headlight?
I don't know.
Because that's not connected on this side.
It's the
It's a marker light.
marker lights.
You're missing one on that side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that, oh yeah.
You know why there's not one on that side?
Because there isn't a
Yeah,
marker.
huh?
Because there isn't a marker on that side.
Half of a bumper.
The other half is barely hanging on.
It is not in existence.
All right, let's throw that in a pile in the back.
pile.
You got a
I haven't.
special access port there, huh? To remove the headlight.
Yeah. Go through the bumper.
All right, so right now I'm just taking the headlights out. And on that bolt, Griff, just put it right back in. That way we'll know where it was going.
Alrighty. Okay, Simba? Do you need this? Did you hear what your dad said?
Yeah.
Just put the bolt right there.
Oh, I don't even need that.
Huh?
So I don't even need
This
that.
car's been repainted.
Have it?
Yeah, because that normally wouldn't have happened from the factory. Which explains the reason why those hood bolts are so hammered. And that one is actually stuck.
Has this been repainted?
Yeah, this thing may have been in a previous accident before this one.
No, the Carfax didn't have. I mean, unless they just didn't report it.
Yeah.
We looked at the Carfax and everything before we bought it.
Oh, okay.
It said 0 previous accidents.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, they may well mine would just never.
Don't touch that bulb, girl.
Why?
Because your oils on your finger will cause it to burn out. Here's another indication that we're just now noticing. This one is a lot more faded than the driver's side. So most likely this was a newer one versus this one. And you can also see evidence of painting around the edges. So this styrofoam bumper brace here is connected with two pieces here. This piece definitely got messed up from the accident. We bought a new one of these. This one's missing and has a clip right there. So let's take it off. one.
There's one more.
Where? Nice.
I got it. Don't need to dinky upside the head somewhere.
You want the impact?
No, that's alright. Yes.
Get a little tilty action in there.
And then just put a torch on it, melt it out.
I mean, we're placing it in here.
All I know is it looks like a Ford has thrown up in this garage.
That's how I like it. And you have Chevy signs all over the room.
All right, we got Shop Dog in the garage here. He's checking it out. What's going on, Cletus?
No.
Cletus? Don't do that. No. No. You gonna pee on something. You go in there and pee on that Ford.
I got him. Oh,
He tried to pee on the Camaro.
how dare him? He can pee on that Mustang.
Come here, Cletus.
Cletus, you pee on the Mustang, not the Camaro. What kind of dog are you? Don't pee on something and then you go get him out.
Come on, boy.
Here, boy.
Being held on by the bolt, but there isn't any bolts.
Did you get that one all the way out?
It's right here.
Oh.
It's like it's welded on there, but I don't know what the point of the bolts would be.
Yeah.
Because I can see a little space in between, and I don't see any weld.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, there's a spot weld right here.
Okay, so it is welded.
It is welded.
That's not good. What do we do?
Don't you know how to weld?
Well, I have a helmet, but like, how do we unweld it?
The frame rails are definitely welded to this piece.
Yeah,
And this piece
it's on there.
is on here, so yeah. There's a certain thing as a spot weld cutter. I don't know if we can get to it from this part. It's probably got at least 4, one in each corner. So you can see right here, this piece is actually spot welded to the frame rail flange. So no real surprises just yet on this teardown, except for I really thought this piece was a bolt-on piece. Next time our schedules line up, we'll be back out here taking this piece off. Hopefully we'll get the radiator taken off, the fan, the overflow. There is a couple pieces over there that basically secure the front bumper that we're needing, and we got to get a marker.
Yes, Sammy, gosh.
We need room, plus we need good pictures for reference back so we know how to put this heap back together. So keep this stuff with it, that way we can bag and tag it.
There you go, got it. I'm just...
Alright now. Hey Sam, what rhymes with third?
What?
Turd? When this thing got pushed, the rubber mounts got pushed out of the cross member. This cross member got damaged. We got a new cross member to go in. But before we can do that, we got to get this mess out of the way.
Ew.
I know.
It's greasy.
I know. I don't have this problem working on Camaros.
Oh my gosh.
I really don't.
Well, it came off, didn't it?
I don't have this problem working on Camaros. Why do you wear gloves? Is it too late to put gloves on?
Go into the house, get a half bucket of warm water with soap in it, just for you to wash your hands in the garage.
Yep.
You didn't want to walk in the house and go to the sink and wash your hands yourself?
No.
You made me get a bucket of water?
Yep. I didn't want all this I didn't want all that crap all over my tools.
I went to the house.
Huh?
Griffin,
What?
this guy made me go get half a bucket of water just to wash his hands without leaving the garage.
Yeah.
This is not normal. Why are you acting like this is normal?
If I was smart.
You would have went in the house.
No. If I was smart, I would put a bathroom in this garage with a sink.
You would
Well,
never
I did.
leave this place if you did that.
The next thing you would do is build a room. A little room, bounce off the back.
Have a couch, have a bed, live in here.
He would just cut a door right behind this TV.
I got some food on me. Just tell this food, try to relax.
What? What?
I think if I can get on it and swirl it around, we should be good. Hey Sam,
Yeah.
I believe you're gonna need a new horn.
I thought we already bought a new horn.
I think we did.
We did. What was the horn you guys saw at the car show, Dad?
Huh?
Ron?
What?
At the car show when that one Mustang beat his horn?
Oh, it made the horse noise.
Oh,
Yeah. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought working in the garage in flip-flops was bad. Griff works in the garage barefooted.
Sandy is too.
it's leaking.
Hey Sammy,
Yeah.
your furd is puking on my floor.
I don't think that's puke.
It's
It's
peeing.
peeing on the floor.
It's peeing.
Oh Lord, it's peeing.
There's a tube that's stuck in the side of it right here.
Oh yeah.
Did you get it that one thing out from in the bottom? You still have that, yeah, that tube is still connected right there, you goofball. I told you needed to get that.
Well, no, it stops right there. See, I disconnected it right there.
Oh.
What is this other hose here?
This right here.
What the heck is that?
Where does this run to?
Yeah, but you know what it's like? It's like Sally, you know how the people at the hospitals have the tubes to where the pee just go, yeah. No, where they pee, it just goes in that pouch. It looks like we took her pouch off and now she's just peeing.
That's really nasty.
He knows what I'm talking
I
about.
don't feel like working on this turd anymore.
You like these cars.
Oh my God, my muscle, my arm cramped up. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, you know what, Sammy? I don't know if we have this piece. So if we don't rip, yeah, I don't know if we need to change it out.
It doesn't look the corner though.
Here you go. Take this out of the way. My arm is cramped up.
Beep beep.
That hurts. Well, the mounts are bent, you know.
The corner also looks.
I mean, it wasn't leaking transmission fluid, you know. This may be okay. It's a lot of work to replace this piece if you have to in the future. We got all of it off right now.
Because then you have to take everything that was taken off thus
Yeah.
far
Well,
just to put it.
we're kind of got it made right now because we got the bumper cover off of this thing. Imagine doing this job with the, you know, if the car was complete and we're doing it down this hole instead of through here, you know? I don't think it's leaking. I mean, we could probably straighten these bars out for the mounting. We could probably straighten that bar out.
Well,
and
antifreeze
straighten
was
this.
leaking, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but this is transmission. This is transmission cooler lines for the automatic transmission. You just want to put an LS in it?
Yeah, LS swap. LS
Coyote
with the-
salt?
Hey, I saw a picture down at
LSX.
Pigeon Forge. It had Henry Ford on it, and it said, "I did not build this car." It said,
For an LS and
"It said I did not build these cars for you to put Chevrolet motors in." All right, Griff. Let's see if this radiator will pop up out of here now.
help him pull it out.
Just grab it right here on the edge. Yeah, wait a minute. All right.
kick. I think it's that.
Yeah, it's the cooler. Can
Pull it this way.
Yeah, can it go up, down, and over? Or take it out the bottom, maybe.
If we tilt it this way, we can just slide it out.
Okay.
There's liquid in that thing on top, though.
Probably it should come out the top of.
Oh my goodness.
If I had to lift over it, we'd just raise a car up.
Mm-hmm.
Drop it down.
When are we gonna put the lift under it? That's a good point, Dad.
Folks, we take our radiators out of the bottom. There you go. Alright.
Might be worse.
Good gracious alive.
Right there's the bulk of it. I sure hope, yeah, all that's built in, so.
Where's your fan?
The fan was
We
busted.
bought a fan.
Yeah, it's busted down here on the bottom. The fan, see, tilt that thing up. The fan, all this got busted real bad. So, I mean, it's pretty much,
Sturdy.
let's see, it's busted there.
It creaks.
It creaks.
I have a tatty bit of experience packing final
I can't
purpose
believe
bar.
you're in this garage barefooted.
Don't look at your daughter then.
I don't know what this thing's gonna do with this sway bar, so you guys just look out. Swing down a little bit.
Don't tell me this is welded too. There it goes.
She's dropping.
Yeah, she's under a little bit of pressure, not much. Okay.
He said she's on a little bit of pressure, not much. Oh, okay.
Easy. Easy. Oh gosh. Be easy.
Be easy.
I don't think you can
Be easy.
Easy, girl.
Is she out?
Not fully. Is she?
Almost out. I'm getting my crap dirty with this Ford crap.
Hey.
You know?
Hey.
These dang
Hey, boy.
birds.
Huh?
Hey, boy.
These dang birds.
Got a daggone mess.
Get out.
We're in the mess of our life.
We're not a swapping her.
Sammy,
She is a Ford.
Sammy, let me tell you something. You done got me into something made me wish I'd never been born.
Hey! Hey! What the heck? I feel violated.
All right, let's see something here, Griff.
Yes, sir.
I gotta
This
see
my
what.
baby.
I gotta see what size this is.
I'm gonna go
Sam.
deaf. That was not me.
Well, somehow or another the button got flipped, and I was tightening it. Makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I do.
When you have that button set right,
You gonna see if I can get this set off?
huh?
Since she's already on the ground.
Well, just be careful.
Do I come from the back or do I come from the front?
You gotta come from the back. Hold on a second. We'll pull that thing out just a little bit.
I'm holding on just a second.
Hey, boy. What you got in that hand? Nice.
No. She was trying to come off at an angle.
Nice.
All right, here, let's drag this thing out. We'll get a good look. Let's just double check everything and make sure.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, just looking at all the, everything looks the same on it. I think it's the same
We're
piece.
missing.
Hmm?
We're missing.
Oh, yeah. What was on that?
What are we missing?
I don't think we had no, is that one of them holes for one of those things?
Yeah, but this,
Yeah.
which is weird because this side has one, but that one doesn't.
What are we missing?
Yeah. Well, this never had one over here.
But it's got a hole for it though.
It does.
There's your fingers on the hole.
Yeah, well, I don't think we need it.
It is what it is.
I mean, everything else, let's see something here.
About an inch bigger.
Yeah, it looks a little different. Let's just do it from, yeah.
You got it from a 2010?
I don't remember what year. You got it right on it?
I got it right on the middle.
Right on the metal?
Yeah, right on the middle.
33 5/8. Do the same thing.
Yeah, right there.
It's a little different.
It'll work.
Ugh.
Man, that thing has been through some hard times.
This thing is tweaked though. See how?
Yeah,
That's how, and that's why that radiator was pushed. That's why, yeah, this thing is tweaked bad.
Is that what made the airbags deploy?
Oh yeah, definitely. That right there is an indication of just how tweaked this thing got. But most of the force, this took all the movement of it. I mean, even the holes here.
Yeah, they line up perfectly. And this side line up perfectly. I think it's just right where it.
Yeah, it's where it's.
It bit
This is pushed in.
this way a little bit.
When this pushed in, this
Yeah,
turned and
turned.
pulled up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. All right, guys. So the crew was real excited to get those damaged parts off the car. However, now we can truly see the damage that's been done to the front end of this Mustang. And although it didn't look like much, there is a problem. This passenger side frame rail looks to be about a 1/2 inch off from the driver's side. It's actually bent upwards, and we can tell that just because the bottom of this impact bar has been pushed up. That damage is very noticeable. And also by looking at the cross members that we have. I actually have a donor piece, and when we compare it, we can definitely see that the radiator support mounts are also off at least a 1/2 inch. And I'll bring you in for a closer look. So right there on the right is our original subframe cross member. And right here on the left is our donor part. You can see right here that this part pretty much mates up. However, when we look over there at that one, you can see it's definitely up, and that's due to basically the rock or whatever the car came in contact with there basically pushed that upwards, and you can see that's pretty close to about a 1/2 inch. This may be pretty hard to tell on camera, but by looking at the front of the car, I can definitely see that the impact bar is running uphill toward the passenger side, and I can also tell that the upper core support, as it comes across here, this side right here is definitely higher than this side. My distance from my impact bar to the core support is the same on both sides. So what's happened, this whole area has come up, and it has also pushed this up. Now, one thing that I noticed, if you look at I guess that's the headlight buckets, that's what I'm going to call it for this video. If you see what a smooth transition it makes here before it gets spot welded to this brace on the frame rail. If we come over here and look at this part, we can definitely see some evidence of some buckling here. So when this got pushed up, this metal had nowhere to go, so it basically went this way and buckled to make room for the 1/2 inch of movement that we had. What I'm hoping, and I don't know this for certain, but this impact bar gets bolted and it gets spot welded. Now I was just under the assumption that it was bolted only, and that's the reason this is all cut out right here to get the bolts out. But I'm hoping that when I cut this off, it will release the tension and this will pop and sit back down in place. One other thing that I want to show you, it correlates with some of the alignment on the hood, and we'll take a look at that. I'm going to shut the hood and show you the alignment of the hood. It also correlates to this upper core support sticking up about 1/2 inch, and you can see that in relation to the hood to the fender. This hood never has closed right, and I believe this is the reason why. It binds. It will latch, but it binds. Something that I want to point out, you never really work off of a floor, and I know that. However, this garage floor in this particular bay is actually really level. So this is what I have for now, and you see right there that level's just sitting there and we're on dead level. I try to hold the camera straight right there best I can, and I can really tell now with the hood down that the impact bar is definitely slanted downward. You can definitely see that. I did measure the bottoms of the fender right there at the corners, and they're pretty much spot on, but you can see here the hood doesn't come down all the way to the fender on our problem side, the passenger side. Over here on the driver's side it looks pretty good, but here's the kicker. You can definitely tell here that the relationship between the fender and the hood, it just pretty much dead on. You know, I'm not too concerned about the gap at this point, but you can just see how it lines up pretty good. When I come over here, you can definitely tell that this hood is setting up higher. You can see it. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can definitely tell that when I come across, basically the hood is higher than the fender. And when I come around, you can really see it. When you get down eye level, instead of looking at over a gap, you're looking through the gap. If I just lay that level on my frame rails, you see it's not too bad. It's just barely off. But if I raise it to get it level, you can see right there, it's about 1/2 inch. It's 1/2 inch that passenger side would have to drop in order to maintain level. And this is underneath on that impact bar. You can definitely tell this thing took an upward hit, and that drove it up, and also the collision with the subframe also drove it up. What I'm wondering is if I cut this with the saw, relieve the tension, if this will actually cause it to drop down, drop in place. I've got a buddy here in town. He's gonna drop by, put his eyes on it. He actually has a frame machine, so he'll be the one to answer that question. I don't want to do anything just yet until I let him look at it. Sam was a little bummed out about this, but I told her when we bought it that there was going to be a lot of things that we didn't know, and there would be some surprises, and I'm hoping this is the only one, but I told her it's not the end of the world, that you know, we'll get it fixed. And my goal for this car is just to get it back on the road and get it safe and let her enjoy it. It's not going to be nowhere near the effort that we're putting into these Camaros. We just want to get this to where she can enjoy it. All right, guys, my friend came up, put a different set of eyes on the damage on this Mustang, and sure enough, there is some frame damage. We were looking on the bottom of the rail. We didn't really see anything, but there's a wiring harness and an AC line on the top side, and when we got to moving those around, we definitely saw that we had a buckle. We ended up cutting the impact bar in two, letting the driver's side frame rail relax, and it's definitely about 1/2 inch up. Right here is the carnage where we actually cut this loose, and you can see definitely 1/2 inch. This side right here is now in a relaxed state, and you're talking about something difficult to cut. That is high strength steel for sure. We didn't film any of that because he was nice enough to come up, didn't really want to be on camera, and I didn't want to just stick a camera right in his face when he got here. So just out of respect, we just took care of that a little bit off camera. The car is going to have to make a trip to the frame machine to get this fixed. And he specializes in that. He's going to actually pick it up for us, take it, fix it, and then bring it back to us. In the meantime, we got to get this thing ready to make the trip, and that's what we're going to be working on.